Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fearless Now. And today's topic is financial literacy in schools. I'm joined by my colleague Brittany Miller, and um, we were talking about the introduction of financial literacy in the curriculum for schools, and at what age is it appropriate. And we think about this a lot at Fearless. We've heard from a lot of parents, from teenagers, that parents of teenagers, that this is the topic that bubbles up to the top. These are the things that teens and college kids are really anxious about. They want to make sure that they understand personal finance, they understand being financially literate as they're entering the real world. So these are things that we at Fearless want to tackle. But it's also interesting to know, in the latest sort of news cycle, that just recently in October, Ohio became the 10th state in the country to require personal finance education in high school. So, this is something that is a really big step. We know that, there are many other states that have joined in this, but Brittany, why don't you tell us a little bit about what this mandate is, what it means for us and really the public school system and beyond?
Yeah, so what this means for Ohio is that high school students will be required to take a personal finance course as part of their curriculum, which is a huge deal. I believe 25 or 26 states have introduced legislation for, something like this in their own high school systems to introduce financial education as part of their curriculum, which is a huge number. And Ohio is actually the fifth state in the last 2 years to actually pass it. So they are following in the footsteps, and the article mentions a couple of the other states that have passed this, which are Mississippi, North Carolina, Nebraska, and Rhode Island in the last 2 years. So this is really huge news, and Fearless Plus is thrilled to see, these states making so much progress in really bringing this into each of their high school curriculums. It's amazing.
Yeah, and the reason why we're, bringing this topic up is, look, it's at the forefront of the news, and we at Fearless are also committed in curating content, not only curating content, but creating original content around financial literacy and other critical life skills needed to make young people feel empowered as they enter the world. And we actually had proven this over the summer when we had our beta pilot. We brought in industry experts from the investment management industry, and young people that have had put together materials and content for our cohort, to really kind of get them, just sort of entering into the world of sort of financial literacy. And you really don't think about this when you're young, right? When I was young, I worked with my parents in the motel, and it was, a large part of it is just understanding cash versus credit cards and all of this. But I was lucky enough to be in a business where my father was able to kind of teach me in real time, at the age of 12 or 13. My sister was much younger, and I would say the difference between my financial literacy when I stepped into the real world versus my sister's, who's much younger than I am, is vastly different. She's very much kind of asking questions around credit and opening up bank accounts, and there's still some discomfort in doing some of these very grown up things. And so for us, we want to make sure that students from a very young age are given sort of the appropriate material to learn about financial literacy, and kind of what's out there, and make sure that they have enough information in order to make informed decisions, which is why we curate content and we create original content to teach them exactly that. So with that said, I know Brittany has, so thoughtfully put together some really, really interesting materials. So check out our website, fearlessplus.com, sign up with your email, and you will receive some introductory materials from our financial literacy content. You won't want to miss it. And we have lots of other things that are lined up in the form of webinars and industry experts coming into the fold. So with that said, Brittany, anything else to add?
No, I am so excited that this is becoming more like a more widely talked about topic. It's so important for everyone's, it's part of your well-being to figure out how to manage your finances. And I think the more that we can provide content material for people to become more educated, the better off everyone will be. So I'm excited that this is also a huge portion of our initiative as Fearless. So yes, go to our website, sign up for some, free intro materials. It's all really helpful stuff.
I have to tell you that intro material is really, really cool, and you guys are going to love it. It's super straightforward. It's simple. And I think that, you and your teams will both get something out of it. So, keep the conversation going with us. We're super excited. And, if there are any other topics of discussion that you'd like for us to kind of surface to the top and dig into some of the content that you feel is really important for your team to learn at this age, please let us know. We're always open to receiving those. So with that said, hope you all have a fearless day.